Hi, hope everyone is doing great. This is going to be the second video in our Financial Gyan playlist. And if you haven't seen the first video, then I will highly recommend that you go and please check it out. So, I was just wondering, supply and demand form the most fundamental concepts of economics. Whether you are in an academic, farmer, pharmaceutical manufacturer, or simply a consumer, the basic premise of supply and demand equilibrium is integrated into your daily actions. तो सबसे पहले आती हैं needs. Needs are the basic human requirements like shelter, clothes, food, water, etc., which are essential for human being to survive. इसमें वो सब चीजें आती हैं जिसके बिना आप रह नहीं सकते. Wants. So wants are one step ahead of needs. Wants aren't essential for humans to survive, but it's associated with needs. Simply put, a want is a product desired by a customer that is not required for us to survive. मतलब इसमें वो सब चीजें आती हैं जिसके बिना हम रह तो सकते हैं, but we prefer not to. For example, air conditioner. We can definitely live with a fan or a cooler, but everyone wants air conditioner nowadays, given if they can afford it. Wants turn to be demands when a consumer is willing and having the ability to buy that needs or wants. The basic difference between wants and demands is desire. मतलब ये वो चीजें हैं जो आपको चाहिए और आप उन पर पैसे लगाने को भी तैयार हैं. ये पहले wants and needs थी, but now due to your ability to spend become demand. जैसे कि कार, आप इसके बिना रह रहे थे, but अब ये necessity लगता है because now you have the power or ability to buy it. The demand for a good that the consumer chooses depend on the price of it. The prices of other goods, the consumer's income, and their tastes and preferences. Whenever one or more of these variables change, the quantity of good chosen by the consumer is likely to change as well. If the prices of other goods, the consumer's income, and their tastes and the preferences remains unchanged, the amount of good that the consumer optimally chooses becomes entirely dependent on its price. The relation between the consumer and the optimal choice of quantity of a good and its price is called the demand function. For example, एक सेल लगी है and let's say Amazon पे जिस पे आपको Android and iOS और iPhone same rate पर मिल रहा है. So lot of you would definitely go for an iPhone, but कुछ लोग will still stick to Android क्योंकि उनका एक specific taste और preference है, या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि they are having some bias towards Android. The law of demand describes an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded for a good. If the price of good increases, then the demand falls because the consumer is usually reluctant to spend more and more money on their purchase. If the price of goods decreases, the demand for the good increases because with the price being less, consumer prefer to buy the good. For example, एक specific brand है जिसकी jeans 2500 रुपए की आती है और आपको पसंद भी है. So it will be quite normal कि आप या तो season end का वेट करोगे या फिर सेल का. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि कंपनी को ये नहीं पता कि आप क्या सोचते हो. The truth is, they also keep this thing in mind while pricing a specific good. Supply. In economics, supply is the amount of resources that firms, producers, laborers, providers of financial assets, or other economic agents are willing and able to provide to the marketplace or to an individual. Supply can be in produced goods, labor time, raw material, or any other scarce or valuable object. जिस भी चीज की डिमांड है मीन्स पीपल आर लुकिंग फॉर इट, और अगर वो चीज आप प्रोवाइड करा दें या प्रोवाइड हो जाए विल बी कंसीडर्ड सप्लाई. जैसे कि आप फाइनल ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज में हैं, आपको एक प्रोजेक्ट चाहिए सबमिशन के लिए, बट you haven't completed it. सो अब आप एक स्पेसिफिक प्राइस देने को तैयार हैं, और अगर आपको किसी से प्रोजेक्ट मिल जाए, सो दैट इज डिमांड। अब अगर मैं आपको वो प्रोजेक्ट एक स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट पे लाके दे दूं, then that will be a supply and it will be a trade in the market. In goods market, supply is the amount of product per unit of time that producers are willing to sell at various given prices when all other factors are held constant. In labor market, the supply of labor is the amount of time per week, month or year that individuals are willing to spend working as a function of wage rate. The money supply is the amount of highly liquid assets available in the money market, which is either determined or influenced by the country's monetary authorities or monetary policy. This can vary based on which type of money supply one is discussing. M1, for example, is commonly used to refer to narrow money, coins, cash, and other money equivalents that can be converted to currency nearly instantly. M2, by contrast, include all of M1 but also includes short-term deposits and certain type of market funds or bonds. So the conclusion is that trade happens जहां पे डिमांड और सप्लाई मीट करते हैं, बट ये हमेशा नहीं हो सकता. कई बार you'll be able to satisfy a demand at a lower price, or sometimes you might end up paying higher what you originally thought of. Baki, let us know what do you think about it. You guys can also share your thoughts with us in the comment section. So that's it from my side. Signing off, The Wonders.